Hello, everybody. Well, just kind of bored this morning. I've been going to go outside for 2 hours. Keep sitting here watching YouTube. I was going to tell y'all about the dog. Hey there, Miss Baby. All right, starting to see some people coming in here now. Hey, T. Slippers. Hey, Jenna Marie. Angela Maxwell. Okay, there. Hey there, Miss Hazel. Katie B. Willa Catcher. Tammy said to tell y'all, hey, Judy. Becca B. As far as the dog go, I rode up there where that little vehicle was, and that guy kind of act like, I know he acted a little bit funny then. He seemed like he's acting a little funny. But like after thinking about it, I think he's like trying to, like, kind of thought I was like I thought he had the dog, and the dog wasn't his. He just acted a little funny. But he told me which camper owned the dog. And I know that the dog was inside. There was another dog outside, but I think that dog knew that that car that came by. Even though they didn't have nothing to do with one another, they was going back and forth. Let's see. I got something else I'll show y'all too. And I actually got something to tell you. Like about getting lied to. People, like, man, can't hardly help it, boy. Seems like to me. Yeah, I'm gonna show you something here. I seen this. I watched my video last night. I didn't watch it. I just watched her. I went back and was looking at the river. I'm gonna show you here.
You can see rocks on both sides of the river.
I got it pulled up. Let me show you. Yeah, I bet you can, Timmy. Yeah, see, yesterday I touched a black widow spider. And look at that right there on my arm, them little white spots. I seen that right there. I don't know what I was doing. I don't go back and rewatch my videos. But I really don't know what I was doing, but I seen that. Them little white spots on my wrist. I said, man, what in the hell is that? And I got a little flashlight down here. I got that flashlight out and put it on my wrist. Y'all know what that was? Man, that's cigarette ashes. Did you see it, Tammy? Come here and look at it. Yeah, I put my hand on Black Buddha spider yesterday.
Oh,
Look
dang.
at that. I said, man, what the hell is that?
Dang. No, I hadn't looked at it yet. I ain't going
It was cigarette ashes, y'all. Hey, that about freaked me out when I seen that on that video. And I ain't joking neither. What in the world, Danny? Yeah, cigarette ashes. And you know what? When I got my flashlight out and looked last night, I had some more like on top of my wrist, like ashes just fell or something other, it just made an illusion. It about scared me for a second, boy. Yeah, when I took them tires off, there was a black Buddha out there, uh, in the tires, in one of the tires. And, hey, we got them pretty bad. Yeah, hey, it's that right there scared me now when I seen this. Cause hell, it don't look good, does it? It's just cigarette ashes. Oh, so like I'm always just rolling things over in my mind, just always. That can't only help it. And I thought about that woman that I talked to, our representative, that handles the money. And I told y'all the woman was lying to Jamie, and she was lying to me too. And let me show you how to prove this is a lie. She was lying. What the woman kept doing was telling me about what if the stock market goes down. I mean, while I was telling her what I was telling her, she was talking at the same time. Like, I think might have been reading a book. Yeah, let me get it off of that there. Where'd my picture go? Yeah, okay. It is like what I'm talking about, like people lying. And, I mean, I knew about that kind of thing. Yeah, I liked him too. Uh, so let me tell you like how I know now she was lying. Now that woman, they in the business, y'all. And you heard her trying to sell me on what if the stock market goes down. If and there's a bunch of people that worry about that, like because I talk to people like up, I talk to people like that want to invest but they scared. And if that woman actually thought that about the stock market going down, like what she's trying to tell me, there wouldn't be no stock market, y'all. That's how far that woman was going out of her way to lie. Ain't that something? If you talk to her, if you was like wanting to invest, say you had $10,000 you wanted to invest, and you talked to that woman like the way she was talking with me, you would say, "No, I ain't gonna do that. I'll just keep my money here in the dresser, in a sock." I mean, that's how I know the woman was lying. And I mean, man, you better be live on your feet, boy. You have to be live on your feet. Because there's no telling if you talk to very many people, there's no telling how much you get lied to every day. So let me just throw this in, y'all. Tammy talked to the woman. She said, "I want you to talk to my husband." And Tammy wanted to get some more money every month because we like running, like last 5 days, we running out of money. And I want to say we have had a lot of expense in the last 3 or 4 months. We have had a lot of expense. Uh, let's see, where was I at? Oh yeah, the woman said, "All right, I'll call back at 2 o'clock on this date, Eastern Standard Time." Hey, we was sitting down there in the camper waiting for the woman to call. Ain't nobody called. We waited an hour and a half. Ain't nobody called. Tammy sent her an email. Ain't nobody called. Tammy called her, left her a voicemail. Ain't nobody called. I mean, do y'all understand what she was doing? She went, hey, a week later, ain't nobody called. A week later. I said, I want you to get a hold of that woman. She's not calling on purpose. That's in their playbook. So Tammy like went a little over her head. They said, this woman will call you at this certain time Monday. Oh, we was sitting there again, TV turned off. Me and Tammy just sitting there looking at one another. She called. And she like trying to scare me to death. And she was lying, y'all. Man, I mean, listen, this is how stupid this is. They invested money for us. You can get them to do it, which they charge a percentage, or you can do it yourself. And as a team, them people know more than I know now. We just let them do it. And what they'll do is they'll put the money in a bunch of different stocks. And like one stock might be down, but like the rest of them might be up. They kind of, you heard the phrase, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So that's how they do. Avoiding you because she has to figure out how to make things go her way. Boy, hey, she wasn't never going to call back. That woman wasn't never going to call back. And it probably works on some people. But I mean, I'm telling you, if I didn't know what I knew, she had done scared Tam slapped to death. I said, well, you get her on the telephone. But anyway, Tammy went over the woman's head. Woman did call us. She done everything in her power. But like, even sitting there lying. I mean, man, do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, if if the world was like what that woman was saying, there wouldn't be no stock market. If this, if everybody's worried about the stock market going down, if everybody is worried about it, there wouldn't be no such a thing. And man, I hear stuff all the time. I hear stuff all the time. Almost every day. Almost every day, y'all. Kind of about, kind of about beat all you ever seen. And I'll tell you something else, you know. People like that make videos about people, you know. Like a little bit of most people has a heart. And they get on there and they have their fun. And then they realize that they are not happy with themselves. And they quit. You understand? Most people have a heart. And they might be mad whenever they start out doing it, you know, but like then time passes. Like, listen to me, y'all, because I'm building to something. You know, they realize, you know, they get a bad look. And they change their mind. Especially like if it's innocent people, you know. Like the woman that Glenda Sully, she she like doubles down on uh money. You know, she's always poor Malvin, you know. Uh I heard her saying, you know, and I'm still getting to a point, y'all. I'll come to the climax here in a minute. But YouTubers don't want you to know they got money. You understand me? They, me myself, y'all, I don't like poor Malvin. You won't never hear me poor Malvin. But do what, Tammy?
No, 'cause God's too good to us.
Tammy said no, cause God's too good to us. Tammy's just like y'all. She talks to the TV and stuff. Uh, but this Glenda Sully woman, see, there's people that believe her. You know that she's really this pitiful woman, you know, that can't hardly make it. As a matter of fact, she's not making it. You know, she needs a new car. She needs a new this. She needs a new that. She needs groceries. She needs super chat. She needs everything. And like she just keeps on. We are not doing that. It looked like to me that people would be able to see through that kind of thing. But people can't. I'm, you know, I reckon it might be about like half and half. Some people actually feel sorry for that woman. And I heard her say one time, and this might not be exactly, but the amount, but I heard her say one time, like she gets like $1,000 a month, but her rent's $1,200. Who would get on there and say something that stupid? See what I'm talking about? She just always poor mouthing. And then, like done got caught with stealing. Hell man, she's a con artist. So what I'm saying is I can see why people make videos about her. She just doubles down. And then you got some that can't make it on their own. That woman did get them subscribers, that Glenda Sully. She did get them subscribers, y'all. And then you got this moron. Yeah. But then you got this moron. He ain't got no subscribers. He tried to make it on his own. But he can't. He can't make it on his own. Yeah, I am too now, Kathy. You know what I mean? He can't make it. He ain't got no talent. He can't make it on his own. And he's not going to come up with a conscience. He thinks he's found his ticket. And I doubt you can tell him any different. And you know what, y'all? When you go over there and watch his videos, you support him. Don't go watch. What he's playing is stuff that we done said. He's gonna fall apart, He don't know it. But don't expect him to be like the people that decide I don't want to be this no more. He's not one of them, y'all. Bump your noggin. Thank you, dear Bump Your Noggin, for the super chat. Timmy just done a cheer. You know what I mean? This guy don't care. I hardly ever judge people wrong, y'all. This guy don't care. He's never gonna care. When you go over there and watch, you support this channel. Do you know what that means? Don't go watch. You love it with, hey, Timmy, she come up with that all by herself, y'all. Yeah, don't it? This guy thinks this is his ticket. When he quits about us, he'll start on somebody else. Because he ain't got no talent. Then when we get ready to watch a video about Jericho, then we might go watch him. Then have y'all thought about the new Trump retirement plan? He gives, I think, it's $1,500 start up your plan. I don't know nothing about it. I seen a little bit about it this morning on the news, but like, I mean, I'm I'm about sick of the news. They don't support this guy, y'all. I really, I really, I really and truly despise people like that. And and I was like saying this before that ever started. Them people making videos about Catchy and Slim, and the other person making videos about Anna. Reckon what kind of people they are. Yeah. Like, how would you like to be married to them? How'd you like to be married to 120 acres? I done been hearing about him or her. Hey, y'all, I've known a lot of, like a lot of bad people on uh YouTube. And that 120 acres, y'all, they've been blocked on every channel for years and years. Years and years. Yeah, Monica says, Danny, I only watch the Hodges and Grandma's channels and music. I sure don't want to do anything to help when someone like asks. What I'm talking about, y'all. And then, like, like they putting words in everybody's mouth. And he's not doing very good at that. And I'm going to tell you what, boy. This right here, damn near above all. This guy's doing better than we are. Slim, he's taking our videos and the people are eating it up. I'm asking you, don't support this guy. And I'm asking you on grandma's benefit. Don't support this guy for grandma neither. See, we actually know that like talking about somebody like helps them. And I've thought of, like about it a pretty good bit. And I'm talking about him now. Don't support this moron. He don't even know what's. He don't even know what's. He's not somebody that watches mom. He, I mean, I ain't heard about. I ain't seen it myself, but like other people told me, like he has a lot of stuff wrong. Like he don't like they could tell he don't really watch us. So he's not just an old uh Hodges and grandma lover. He's just somebody that's trying to make some money. And I'm telling you, he'll fail. He thinks he knows a lot, but he knows nothing. Yeah. There's enough people told me all that like he's got a lot of stuff wrong. And like them people that make videos about catching Slim, you think I watch that stuff? Or the one that I don't even know the channel that makes them about Anna. I don't even know what that channel is, but I went and looked, one time. They just typing stuff on the screen. You know, no talent. Like, do like what I'm doing. Do like what Grandma's doing. Do like what Steven's doing. But like, hey, I'm telling you, he don't care, y'all. He thinks he's gonna be in the money, and y'all are helping him do it. You hear me? Y'all are helping him do it. He loves it. He's nothing, y'all. He's got like videos got 9 views, 10 views, 12 views. No talent. Exactly, I'm not helping this a hole. A hole. Give you my word, shame on him. He's nothing. Yeah, he's nothing. He's nothing, y'all. If he had talent, if he had talent, if you got talent, you don't have to do that. And the world's got messed up, boy. It's a mess. It's really, it really is a mess, y'all. The world's a mess. You know, people mad. People, oh, you know, like people mad. You ask yourself, me and Steven's got a saying, you want to be married to that person? Or you hear Steven say every now and then, how'd you like to be married to them? I sit there and be acting like y'all and Timmy like talking to the TV talking about, I don't think I'd like that at all. How many in here talk to the TV? Talk to the YouTube? How many people? Tammy gets in there and talks to the TV. I hear I say, what? She says, nothing. And then it hits me like what she actually said, you know. Y'all, I go back, I rethink everything. Like, I don't mean to. I just do. I knew everybody's worried about the dog yesterday. I don't, I don't hardly comment on my channel, but I went and put it on there that the dog was all right, you know. I don't know what the Prince of East Dublin's doing this morning. I kind of been waiting on him. Y'all, the world really is a mess, you know. I was watching a video a while ago, you know, that Joe Bomarasa, he said that, like, people forming an opinion of you, you know. He said, like, he does a concert. He said that, like, people's holding their phone up. He said for 2 hours they hold their phone up, recording it. And then they take it and put it on Facebook or YouTube or whatever. They say, and look at Joe Bomarasa. He just has to have his guitar louder than the other man. And it ain't that. He was shaking his head about it. He said they standing right in front of me with the amplifier blowing right into their phone. So, like, he has to be louder. And did that little dog fan is on? Yeah, he did. There are several, like 120. I think they are professional pot stirrers. They try to get arguments started and then they keep them going. Don't seem organic or human to me. They've been like that, y'all. I distinctly remember that 120 acres. See, you ain't hardly seen them, see. Because they blocked on everywhere. On Grandma's too. They blocked everywhere. They blocked on cats. They blocked everywhere. Well, you know, being blocked everywhere is not no accident, you know. And so the last days of when I had Grandma's laptop, I took everybody out to BNC. And the truth is, she don't want nobody blocked, y'all. And the mods blocking the people. And as fast as they was blocking them, she was taking them out. But, you know, I mean, you know, like over and over, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I see that there. But like, yeah, I remember how nasty they was 3 years ago, y'all. And they's nasty. They nasty now. Well, they both mean about the same thing, Melissa. But anyway, y'all don't go support that moron. You won't hardly ever see me say stuff like that. I watched a movie last night, y'all. I ain't never seen called Vanilla Sky. It was Tom Cruise movie. I don't know why I ain't never seen it. I reckon cause of the title, you know. It wasn't no great movie, but like I didn't want to watch it, but like I didn't know what was gonna happen. And this guy got disfigured in a car wreck. And I'm like looking at that thing, you know. I told Tammy, I said, that can happen to anybody right there. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And we are all complaining about stupid stuff. And that can happen to any of us. I guess we don't know that, you know. You know, in the movie they frozen him or something or other, and like he lived a life of his dreams the way he wanted to live it, you know. With a woman that he hardly knew. And you know, like 51st dates, you know. And you know, I mean, look at that woman. Every time she wake up the next day, you know, her mind was erased. Every day. Every morning when she wake up, her mind was erased. She didn't remember nothing from the day before, the day before that, or the day before that. And you know what I'm talking about, y'all. I mean, we are complaining about stupid stuff. There was this guy, y'all, that I knew good. He was actually kin to us. He had a diving accident. That was it, boy. I mean, it wasn't the end. He couldn't walk no more. Probably 15 years old. And I got close to him, you know. Me and Tammy'd go see him, and we took him riding around and stuff. And he's laying in the bed all the time. And, you know, I mean, must have done that a couple of years, y'all. I thought he was going to walk again. I was told they had this new thing. He was going to be able to walk again. And I had my hopes so high. And damn, like, like everything I had in me, man. I'm talking about everything I had in me was riding on this paralyzed boy. And it got to the point where I couldn't hardly take it no more. And it's worse when you're younger. I see, I was but a couple of years older than him. He was a basketball player. He was a football player. As a matter of fact, he was a quarterback. And, like bam, jumping off a diving board. Same thing happened to him, his mama. But, like, I think it's bad, y'all, but I think it's bad when you're younger. Then when you're older, because we sit around and stuff a lot. Us, older people, we sit around and a lot. The younger people don't sit around. Everything he ever dreamed of, was gone. Now, Tammy's mama, she, she got paralyzed, in a wreck. But she's like older, and I ain't saying that it's okay because she's older. And it's to the point where
She was 36 when she got there.
36,
Yeah. She died when she was 41.
36 died when she was 41. So see, I thought she was older than that, y'all. But anyway, she had Tammy, she had Dina, and they watched movies and Elvis movies, the youngest right there, with her. She's still married. And I'm just saying, we complain about stupid stuff. I do too. I do too. And I think the world's like really messed up, y'all. I mean, I really do. You people get on YouTube and they hate somebody that they don't even know. I mean, what the hell's wrong with them, boy? Like, man, hey, I mean, y'all, I sit around and think about all this stuff. You know, sometimes, and like, this is crazy, man. You're arguing with somebody you don't even know. You're mad at somebody you don't even know. They don't know you, and they mad with you. Them Christian folks, y'all. I live with a Christian. Being a Christian don't mean you're a perfect person. I think we sometimes forget that. They are human too. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. If I had to choose, I will choose the Christians. You hear me? Nah, hey, they ain't perfect. But we like to dog them out. I kind of sitting in church. Church might fall in if they go in there. Hey, boy, they trying, you know? They might not have it yet, but they trying. And, you know, we give the Christians hell. It ain't like being on probation where they being made to go to church. They might actually be there for a reason. You know, they done tried it the other way, you know. You know, there's more to life than this, you know? And then a lot of us, you know, we harder on ourselves, you know, and the other people are. I know that I'm real hard on myself, you know. And man, we all make mistakes, boy. But we like want a new life. That's why they there. Man, Tammy, she is in such a good mood when she comes home from church. She ain't never down. She's always uplifted. And then there I am stuck in that damn, like where I am right now, like stuck. Ain't exactly no Christian. Ain't exactly no devil. Just in between stuck. If somebody wants to claim they're a Christian, and you know they ain't, it ain't your call to call them out. You worry about you. You ain't no judge that matters. I want to make that clear there, y'all. You are not a judge that matters. And I think we all can't hardly help from doing that a little bit. Because you are human beings. We know that stuff. We do it anyway. Danny, look at what you have: a good wife, two good children, and grandchildren. You have what money can't buy. That's right there, Janie Jane. And how I wound up with all that, he wouldn't think that in a million years. Two good youngers. Miss Danny, being a Christian is a personal relationship. You don't change. You be yourself. God will do any changing. I'm hard on myself also, and understanding feeling stuck. Hey, a lot of us stuck. You know, my mama, she was young, y'all. She like had us in church, boy. She was there. Nobody made her go. And I just expect my daddy was probably messing with her about it. Me knowing him. Tammy was the same way, you know. But I didn't know. I kind of ain't mess with Tammy about church, you know. They stuff I like, they stuff I don't like. But, you know, like, who am I, you know? But, like, I live with Tammy, y'all, and I see her. That's the reason I know what I'm talking about so good. I see her. And the best way to describe it is it seems like to me she practices being a Christian every day. You know, practice. She'll come to me, I'm sorry. I said, girl, don't tell me you sorry. 'Cause like she got aggravated. I'm sorry. I said, girl, don't worry about that. So what I'm saying, y'all, is she really tries hard every day. Every day. She don't slip into cussing somebody out and all that, you know, and then her stuff's like very lightweight, you know. She really tries to be a true Christian. And some days you get up, you feel good. Some days you wake up, just want to go back to sleep. We are all like that. Some days I want to go to that lake. And Stephen don't want, you know, for some reason or another, or Tammy, or, you know, near about anything, you know. They don't go. The next day they might be ready to go. But like I might have had a hard time getting to sleep, and I woke up, I didn't want to go back to sleep. We have a harder time getting together than y'all realize. Stephen got to be in the mood. I got to be in the mood. Tammy got to be in the mood. All at the same time. Which ain't that easy to get three people to agree to something at the same time. It's raining. I want to tell y'all something. You to get this down.
You can't get close enough.
My mama is a good woman. And she always has been. But, we all got flaws, you know? Damn, am I right or not? We all got flaws. None of us is perfect, are we? Are we? No. This is perfect, and Tammy says won't never be. Boy, like, all we can do, y'all, is put one foot in front of the other, you know? Every day. Every day. And don't expect them steps to be perfect, like easy, what I mean to say. They ain't easy steps. But talking about being blessed, y'all, I'm actually the most blessed man I know. Boy, do I have my shortcomings. We all do, Melissa. I needed this talk today, Mr. Danny. Y'all, so I didn't have nothing to say when I got on here. But, like, look at what I'm saying. You would hate to be mad for 30 minutes of your life and you would hate to be judged on that 30 minutes of your life. You know what I mean? We all got flaws. I try to be good, y'all. And I try to do what's right, about everything. You know, if it ain't mine, I don't want it. And if you bring something over here and forget it for 2 years, I don't make it mine. I don't want it. I don't care if it's $100,000. Because it ain't mine. A matter of fact, it's stealing. If it ain't mine, I don't want it, y'all. I want to tell y'all the dog's okay. Think the dog's home. He was in a camper up there. His big old nice motor home up there. He was in it. The guy I went to talk to, he said, that dog belongs to that guy over there in that big camper. So the dog's all right. The dogs are like our dogs. They have to be around people. They'll go hang around with Tammy. When Tammy leaves, they'll come hang around with me. When she gets back, they'll go hang around with her. When it thunders lightnings, they'll come hang around with me. When they're doing the fireworks, they'll come hang around me. Y'all think everything over. We're gonna make it, y'all, because we have to. You still alive, you still here. Try not to complain about something that don't matter. This is second grade stuff here, what I'm fitting to say, but and I'm sure y'all all heard the saying. One man complaining because he ain't got no shoes. The other man's complaining because he ain't got no legs. You know what I mean? I want to thank Bumpy Noggin for the super chat. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank y'all for everything. Support us. Support Tammy, Steve, and Grandma. Support that guy that's making videos about us. He didn't earn his way here. Yeah. Like the rest of us. He ain't earned nothing. Don't watch that trash. You go watch a real creator, a real person that fought to get where we are. You understand me? We all worked hard to get to where we are. One last thing, I was watching the other video a while ago about Joe Bob Moranza. That man had a YouTube plaque up there, you know, for, I don't know, 1 million subscribers or whatever, you know. Grandma got one, y'all. They don't give them things away. That's one hell of an accomplishment. And that guy I've been talking about is cheating. He's cheating. Do you want to support a cheater? I know you don't. Don't support him. You know, it ain't his videos that bother me, y'all. He just don't, he didn't work his way here like the rest of us with sweat and hard work. Look at what he's doing. That's the part I don't like. It ain't what he's doing, which I don't like that neither, but he don't deserve nothing. Nothing. He ain't worked for nothing. Don't support him, y'all. Think about me, Grandma, and Tammy, like how we worked to get where we are. He ain't doing nothing. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for everything. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, 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 bye.